leaders of the ACC. Hi everyone, welcome inside the Peterson Event Center alongside the former Pitt guard Nick Rivers. This is the last game due to illness and Indrisitis in the starting five, Nick, for the Panthers. He's coming off 14 against Villanova on Saturday.
You know, we talked to Coach Capel before the game. He really wanted to insert somebody in the lineup that could make those hustle plays, provide that athleticism, that rebounding, the little things, instead of just worrying about scoring, the little things that create wins.
Indrisitis, the transfer from Iowa State, off to a good start in a Panther uniform this year. 9.1 points per game for Indrisitis, and we're underway from the Pete. The Bearcats win the tip, and Jeremiah Quigley sets up the offense. And right away, 9 seconds in, we get an off-ball foul called against Cameron Corrin and the Panthers. And Nick, this is a matchup you and I were talking about before the game. You've got the leading scorer for the Panthers in Corrin going up against the leading scorer for Binghamton and Lilly, two bigs that are going to be battling down low throughout the night.
Two bigs that are undersized fives, but they can score it, they can rebound it. They're getting chippy early. This is going to be a battle for pride.
And both coaches rely on these guys, as you can see, both in the top 25 in the country in minutes per game on the year. So Lilly, who's coming off the missed game due to illness against Central Connecticut State, is happy he's back in the lineup, and the Bearcats are going to need him to go against the big physical body in Corrin for the Panthers. And now Quigley misfires on a three, once again battling down low. And just like that, Nick, you've got one foul apiece on Corrin and Lilly down low.
And both teams are struggling with depth. Both teams dealing with injuries, different situations on their teams where they can't fully practice the whole season. Foul trouble is the last thing you want in their front courts.
Leading scorer, also the leading rebounder for each team. That's Lilly for the Bearcats and Corrin for Pitt. DeMarco Minor setting up the half-court offense here for the Panthers for the first time tonight. Minor, the transfer from Oregon State. Now Indrisitis with 5 to shoot. Dumps it off to Corrin, muscles his way down low and finishes.
And that was an unselfish play by Indrisitis there. He had an open shot, but why not create for somebody who's shooting over 50% from the field? That's what Pitt needs to do. Jam the ball down low to Corrin and get some easy buckets to start the game.
So Panthers on the board first. Another battle down on the inside, Lilly and Corrin. This time Lilly kicks out to Peterson, who spins his way through, but Dunning comes in with the rejection.
That was a great move there, getting to the basket. Binghamton likes to drive the ball to the basket, get easy buckets early, but Dunning with great help defense, and Indrisitis there with another example of great help defense.
5'11", Jeremiah Quigley running into a lot of traffic on that drive. Nothing doing for him. Now Indrisitis penetrates, slithering through the lane, and wondering if they might count the basket there for Indrisitis. He at least drew the foul.
Good use of the screen there. The screen and roll, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Getting to the basket this time. That doesn't look like a goaltend to me. Didn't touch the backboard first. We'll have 2 free throws.
Indrisitis, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, the Panthers getting Indrisitis involved early.
Jeff Capel inserting Indrisitis into the starting lineup for tonight's game. Not his first start on the year, but Coach Capel figuring out the best lineup combination for this Pitt team. Certainly something you want to have figured out going into conference play. Panthers have one more non-conference game against Penn State before they open up their ACC schedule against Miami. Here's Dunning off the offensive rebound, can't connect on the three. Another second chance for the Panthers, and Dunning takes it in, count the basket.
A great drive from Dunning getting to the basket there, but who other than Indrisitis, who's been involved in every single play so far offensively, doing a great job getting that offensive rebound. Oh, good ball fake, good drive to the basket, using the left, Dunning.
Second start of the year for Indrisitis. And how about Barry Dunning Jr., Nick? This is a guy that early in the season you and I were talking about the potential he clearly had. He has shown his scoring ability throughout his college career. Struggled to find his footing to start out his time at Pitt, but look what he's done over the last 7 games.
Yeah, Dunning, one of those players who's done it at the highest level in Division I basketball. I mean, he came here, he was all conference last year. He could score the basketball at a high rate. He just needed to get his confidence, to get his feet settled in. It looks like he's settling for this team right now.
Dunning had a really impressive season last year before transferring to Pitt. He was at South Alabama. He had a 46-point game in mid-February last season.
Yeah, there's not a lot of guys in the country that can score 46 points.
Panthers with the early 6-0 lead. Minor defending the Bearcats point guard, and Quigley. Quigley drives and gets some penetration that causes the foul to go against, looked like DeMarco Minor.
Minor caught there being a little overly aggressive. Quigley's one of those guards, he likes the contact. It's rare for a small, quick guard to like contact. Guy who's bigger than him, but he really thrives on it. He knows how to draw fouls.
Quigley lost it for a moment, ended up with Lilly. Now 4 to shoot. Quigley drives, has it taken away. Dunning in transition, get ready. Thought he might go in for the slam, lays it off the window instead.
He just wanted the style points there with the finger roll.
As long as it ends with 2 points, right?
Exactly, go for 2 points.
Dunning with 5 quick ones for the Panthers early.
Good hands there from Minor. Oh, that looked nice. Like Clyde Drexler there, floating in the air for the finger roll layup. Dunning Jr., 2 nice layups so far today.
I think you could actually hear one of his teammates on that first shot saying, all the way, take it yourself, Barry.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-1.
Yep. Excellent start for the Panthers. And forcing Binghamton into tough shots. Another tough one there on the fadeaway, but it does result in the Bearcats' first made field goal of the night.
Bearcats really need to try to do a good job to keep this game close. When they're trailing at half, they're 0-6 on the season. They let Corin get another move there.
Corin winning the battle of the bigs so far. 4 points. He's 2 for 2 from the floor. Lilly has not attempted a field goal yet. Panthers doing a good job preventing Binghamton from getting it inside to their big man and leading scorer.
It's a testament to Pitt's ball pressure. They're really pressuring the ball, making everything difficult.
Benigni from the corner swirls out. Dunning squares up for a 3. Won't go. Rebound hauled in by Benigni. 10-2 the Panther lead. Nothing doing there. Good defense on the shot attempt from Beverly.
Really like to see Lilly get more touches.
Indricitis fires and hits, and the foul.
Making an immediate impact, Indricitis.
Can't drop. 30 coming in the second half of that game. As you saw in the graphic, the most by any power conference player this season off the bench. 34 for Cummings in that one. And of course, he had the big game against Eastern Kentucky last season as well. So Brandon Cummings in a bench role today, and his Panthers already with a 14-2 lead, a 6-0 run over the last minute, playing some very good basketball to get started tonight.
Talk about comfort level coming off the bench. It's one of my old coaches in high school used to say, it's not about great dunk there. It's not whether you come off the bench, it's does the coach trust you to put you in the game when it matters? Are you playing? You may play starter minutes. You may go off the bench, but you may end up playing starter minutes. But great backdoor cut. Wow, powerful dunk showing off his athleticism.
And it was Lempa who got caught on the back door. Is that a freshman mistake right there?
Yeah, definitely a freshman mistake. Maybe just got a little lazy there.
Tried to feed it inside to Kieran Mullen. He's new into the game as well. Pass got intercepted, but Nick, overall, Jeff Capel going to be happy about the start tonight for Pitt. He was telling us earlier today about how there have been stretches throughout the season. In some of their early games, they did not get off to good starts, struggled to settle into a rhythm. He's going to be happy they're up 10 early on.
Yeah, and a lot of the bad starts are just sometimes guys focusing on their offense too much and not, let me go in there and get a charge. Let me dive on a loose ball. Let me get that big, tough defensive rebound. Kind of worried about the wrong things. You know, he talked a lot about playing the right way, and that's what he meant. You got to do the little things to win games. It's not all just about scoring.
And don't forget, in terms of major contributors from last year, it's really just Cameron Corrin and Brandon Cummings. Papa Conte out with injury, and so a lot of new guys still trying to get familiar with each other, and it's coming along in non-conference play with that game against Miami to open the ACC slate coming up for the Panthers. Turnover there, one-on-one Benigni against Indrisitis. Contact, no call, and Mullen comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, on a 2-on-1 fast break, and you take it up like that, refs aren't going to bail you out with a call, Benigni.
And Cummings nearly drew an and one on the other end. He will go to the line for two.
It's a 2-on-1. You got to get a bucket out of here, but that's just walling up, straight down, textbook defense from Indrisitis. And I mean, that's a lot of the things that Coach Capel saw when he inserted him into the starting lineup. That's what this team needed, and he's provided that today.
Cummings at the line. 88% free throw shooter on the season. Omari Witherspoon will make his first appearance of the night. And Cummings 2 for 2 from the strike.
As a scorer, sometimes the best way to get your offense started is by getting to the free throw line. And he can score with the best of them. Binghamton better keep him off the line because he can hang 30 on you real quick.
Benigni going to set up the offense for Binghamton. And Demetrius Lilly, by the way, still has not attempted a field goal for the Bearcats. Lilly on the year averaging 16 points and 10 rebounds. That time Quigley was denied on the drive, but he does draw the foul.
That's just small guard driving in amongst giants. Two 6'10" plus guys. Oh, drew the foul. Trying to get some easy buckets for his team.
And it will go down as the second foul against Kieran Mullen as Lavelle Sanders looks on. His point guard makes the first of two at the line. Now, Nick, those two fouls on Mullen notable. We've talked about some of the injuries that Pitt has suffered. There's no Deshaun Jackson, and there's no Papa Conte. He's out with an injury as well. So the Pitt front court really limited to Cameron Corrin and Kieran Mullen. Of course, Roman Ciulepa can step in and play the four as well, but they want to keep those guys out of foul trouble, but Kieran Mullen is going to stay in with the two personals.
And that's what plagued them against Villanova. You know, Corrin in the first half got in foul trouble. I think they were up 28-24 before a 10-0 run because Corrin got in foul trouble.
Benigni swiped it from Indrisitis. Now Lilly back out to Benigni, and he connects on the three.
Great shot by Benigni. He was in pregame. He shot probably 200 of those exact jump shots in pregame. He was warmed up, ready for that shot.
And what a great story he has battled injuries throughout his college career. He was telling us before the game, Nick, how he has not gone a full season as Cummings hits the three. Benigni has not gone a full season staying healthy from wire to wire. That's his goal for this year, and Binghamton needs him to because they've battled injuries themselves.
And it's unfortunate. He's such a great kid. We were talking before the game. He's a basketball junkie. I don't think I've ever met somebody at his age who loved the game so much. He wants to get into coaching.
How about he told us he's always been a Lakers fan, but he's hated LeBron James so much that he couldn't cheer for them anymore.
You know, you're either a LeBron guy or a Jordan guy. You know, there's no in between. Nobody likes both.
Binghamton dropping back into his own here in the half court, and they force a turnover. Bearcats with a little bit of momentum now after a slow start, down 7. Peterson drives, kicks, Benigni again. Baseline drive and kick to Lilly, who gets the floater for his first basket of the night.
Pitt keeps turning the ball over. They're going to let Binghamton stay around and hang around. They're looming back. Now it's a 2-possession game.
Bearcats have made their last 3. cut that margin to 5. Indrisitis left open. Can't hit. Peterson corrals. And whistle blown. Benigni punched over for the Bearcats. His team has had in a single season since that 08-09 NCAA tournament appearance. So he's got the program moving in the right direction without a doubt in his 5th year.
Talked to Coach about some of his old pit battles in the mid-90s. I dropped the name to him. I said, oh, so you played against Vonteego Cummings? He's like, yes. Yeah. Yes, he remembered those battles. He also said he scored 21 points on them, too. So.
Of course, he had to include that part, too.
Yeah, he knows what it takes to have a good game against Pitt.
He was in such a good era of Big East basketball. Vonteego Cummings, Ray Allen, Rip Hamilton, Allen Iverson.
One of the golden eras.
I would love to chat with Lavelle Sanders for more than the 15 minutes we got with him today. I'm sure this is a guy that has some great stories.
Definitely coaching in the Czech Republic. I mean, he's a winner. He's a winner everywhere he's been. He's won. He came to Binghamton, and he's really. You may look at the record, it may look unimpressive, but he really has done a great job at Binghamton and turned it around and has turned it into a little bit of a basketball school in the America East Conference.
'14, the Panther lead. How about the fresh cut for Roman Ciulepa today?
I don't know. Maybe we have to go into the program and take off a couple inches of his height. It does make him look a little shorter without the fro.
Listed at 6'6", maybe down to 6'4", 6'5" now. How about Barry Dunning Jr. with the effort off the free throw from Ciulepa? He was crashing the boards, and he ends up drawing the foul.
Good job. When you give relentless effort, crashing the glass, good things happen. Just another way of him getting to the line, adding some points to the lead.
That's why the coaches say, even if the ball's going in, still follow the shot. Never know what can happen. Drive from Peterson, had it poked away by Corin and falls into the hands of Minor.
Corin's doing a great job today with the screens, communicating, using his hands, using his physicality, really making it tough for them to use screens in their offense.
Cummings found his spot from the mid-range and hits.
Cummings starting to heat up, shooting great from the field today, shooting all good shots. Can we see another 30-point game, you think?
Well, Nick, I was just going to ask you, aside from the obvious high-scoring games he's had off the bench, what do you like just about that approach from Jeff Capel, what it does for Cummings, what it does for Pitt, providing that spark halfway into the first half?
It's really seeing a trend in your team. If you have a player who's been scoring well off the bench, sometimes keep him off the bench. It's not, you don't have to keep him on the bench. You can play starter minutes. He can play at the end of the games when you need him. When you need a bucket, you can put him in the game. But it's just having the wherewithal of, okay, how do my players succeed? Can I put them in positions to succeed?
And Coach Capel was talking to us earlier today about the history of 6th Man of the Year winners in this conference as they get a nice play off the ball movement inside to Corin, but you had Nike Sabandi, Ish Leggett, both won the ACC 6th Man of the Year award, and he said the best teams that he's had at Pitt have had that type of presence off the bench.
Yeah, any team, if you have great players, great spark plugs coming off the bench, you can provide that offense, you're going to be a good team in Division I basketball.
Corin with some good defense on the inside against Lilly, and now Corin works it to Cummings. Fires a three, drills a three.
He is feeling it. He's truly the human microwave.
Once again, Brandon Cummings having some success off the bench. When we asked Jeff Capel about the change to the starting lineup, Nick, he kept it very simple. He said he had 34 points in a game. He came off the bench. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he's really scoring already in double figures for the game today.
Looked like he might have been thinking about a logo shot there, didn't he?
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't do the heat check, but I think that's growth of him as a player as well. Just, you'll score more. You take good shots, the more you score. Yep. Great quickly. Nice shot in the paint. He's not scared to get in the paint amongst the giants. floater over the top.
Should note Jackson Benigni, by the way, is back out on the floor. He was the reason we had that under 12 media timeout. Took a hit into the nose from Cameron Corrin and able to get back out there after being treated. And Barry Dunning Jr. hits a three to put the Panthers up 10.
This Panther three-point shooting really starting to heat up, and got to try to get stops on the other end.
Jeremiah Quigley starting to catch some fire for Binghamton. And both teams have the hot hand. Panthers have made their last 4. Bearcats have made 3 in a row. Lepa. Skip pass back to him in the corner. Now Dunning with 5 on the timer. Kicks out. Minor swings it. Cummings. Great ball movement by the Panthers, but the 3 is misfired by Brandon Cummings.
They're doing a great job attacking the zone. If they keep getting good shots like that, it might be a long night for Binghamton.
Here's Peterson, defended by Cummings. Lilly working on Corrin. Off the window and in. So Demetrius Lilly, the leading scorer for the Bearcats, is starting to settle in. He's got 6 points now.
He's one of those guys, he can really fill it up. I mean, he's averaging 16 points a game, but talk to Coach Sanders. Coach Sanders said could be averaging 20. He could do more.
That, huh?
He could do more. He gets off to better starts and gets in better condition.
Yeah, how about specifically, he said, with the rebounding. This is a guy that leads the conference in rebounds per game, but Coach Sanders still said
5 to prepare you for those games that Binghamton hasn't been able to have because of all these injuries.
And told us today Jake Blackburn was dealing with back issues throughout the season. He made his first appearance of the season Saturday against Central Connecticut State, and that was big because it allows the Bearcats to get that 5-on-5 going in practice. And Blackburn now heating up from downtown. This is what they hope to get out of him that they didn't have through the first 10 games of the season when he was out with those back problems, and now they get him back, and he is expected to be a lethal three-point shooter for them.
You can see Capel look of desperation and being upset that he's let Blackman hit a couple threes. That's what he does on the scouting report. I'm sure he circled, shooter, don't let him shoot. Don't jump on his shot fake.
Meanwhile, Cummings heating up himself, 12 points off the bench. And I think Jeff Capel's pretty happy about that decision to bring him off the bench in this game tonight.
I think we found a successful formula for Cummings. That's really the job of a coach, is you want to put players in positions where they can succeed and be their best. And so far, that off the bench role has been Cummings' best.
Drive from Quigley along the baseline, all the way around to Blackburn, but the shot clock expired. Good defense by the Panthers on that possession. Cummings leading all scorers with 12. He has it and dishes off to Indrasitis. Got a 3.
It's surprising that Binghamton is staying in that zone with how well Pitt is shooting it from perimeter and creating open shots. Usually you'll stay in the zone if it's working.
And good to see the Panthers having a successful three-point shooting night. See the drive here. Bryson Wilson got tangled up with Cam Corrin.
Yeah, and he just lost his balance, kind of was riding him, lost his balance with his teammate behind him. Foul trouble again for Corrin in the first half of the game.
Panthers have 5 fouls as a team. The problem is that 4 of them belong to the bigs, 2 each for Mullen and Corrin, where they are already thin to begin with. I mentioned the three-point shooting success for the Panthers tonight. They're 5 for 10. They have already matched the amount of threes they made against Villanova on Saturday. They were 5 for 22 in that game. Screen from Cialeppa. Off the pop, back to Cummings, drives, kicks, Minor hits a three.
So 3-point onslaught right now. Pitt is shooting the ball. Some of the best shooting we've seen all season from Pitt. They're really hard to beat if they're scoring, just getting good shots like this.
Got to think about going man-to-man if you're Binghamton, yeah?
Yeah, you got to switch, or maybe extending the zone out, not packing it in like they have been.
Gotten it back out to an 11-point margin, largely due to the play of Cummings off the bench.
Surprised to see Binghamton staying in the zone, but looks like out of this timeout they're flying around a little bit more. But Dunning shoots just like it's never a bad shot. The way he elevates over the defenders, over the contest.
He really has had one of the most impressive in-season transformations that I've seen. This is a guy that, in the game at West Virginia, Nick, he only played 2 minutes. He was a non-factor for Pitt through the first 4 games and has turned into the best scorer on the team as of late.
Yeah, I mean, he is experienced. He's played college basketball for 5 years, but again, you see the ball movement here, putting stress and strain on the defense, finding the gaps, changing sides of the floor for your shooter.
He is absolutely playing with confidence. Has it again in the corner. Can he hit another? Absolutely. Barry Dunning Jr. from downtown. He's got 14.
It looks like it's a shooting drill out there for Pitt. Everybody contributing from the 3-point line.
How about 8 first-half three-pointers for the Pitt Panthers?
Yeah, they have 45 points, but good drive and kick there. Another unselfish play from Cummings, showing that he can be in that point guard role as well. Shooting practice out there for Dunning.
Panthers consistently finding ways to get into the teeth of the defense and kick it out to a shooter. 4 different guys have connected from beyond the arc.
Binghamton wants to get back in this game. Lily's going to continue to get touches, but they're shooting well from outside as well. They're going to have to attempt more shots. I mean, Pitt's doing a great job of putting pressure on them, so every shot's contested.
Panthers currently on a 14-1 run in just 3 minutes. And it gets talked about a lot, Nick. Some of the most important moments of the game are the last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of the second half. Pitt has no doubt won the closing moments of this first half so far.
Yeah.
Cummings buries another three.
Kind of gave the Jordan shrug there. When it's your day, it's your day. 15 points. He's halfway there to 30. Mr. 30 points.
Just about a year ago, he had that 30-point game against Eastern Kentucky. Really served as a coming out party for him. And how about just about a year later, 15 first-half points for Brandon Cummings and 3 made three-pointers.
I'm going to look for a heat check here, but still playing on shelf. Minor will take it for him. Oh.
I think that was maybe a team heat check right there.
Yeah, that was a team heat check. Minor wanted to get in on a 3-point party, but great shot. That's one of those shoulder shrugs. I think he thought he was going to miss it. That's how you know it's your day, when it's your day, when misses or makes.
Andrusaitis intercepts the pass, takes it himself for 2. And for a Pitt team on a 3-game losing streak, Nick, this is one of the best stretches of basketball they've played in recent times. Cialeppa takes it himself. A little English on the finger roll.
Pitt is really surging right now, and it's all starting from the defensive end. They're getting stops, they're getting deflections, and they're pushing the ball. Binghamton looks a little worn down.
Nine first-half turnovers committed by the Bearcats, and the Panthers have taken advantage.
That's a recipe for success when your defense predicates your offense. And this is an example of what Coach was saying, playing the right way. You know, when you're getting deflections, when you're getting steals, when you're getting stops, that's what wins these games.
Jeremiah Quigley, normally a guy for Binghamton that does a great job running point for them. He has at least 6 assists in 3 of his last 4 games, but tonight having some trouble. He does have 4 turnovers of the 9 by the Bearcats in this game. Cummings surveying, uses the screen from Cialepa, kicks to Indrositis, baseline, and a dish to Minor. Kicks out, Dunning Jr. drills a 3. And
What
a
a play
timeout
from
taken by
Minor.
Jeff Capel.
What a play from Minor. He had 3.
Nick, they have not made more than 10 threes in a game since the Bucknell game exactly a month ago on November 17th. I think they're in good shape to eclipse that mark tonight.
Yeah, usually when you see 60% shooting, did they take 3 threes? Did they take 5 threes? No, they've taken a lot of threes. They've made 10 of them.
A number of different guys contributing to those 10 threes for the Panthers, but Barry Dunning Jr. leads the way with 4. Brandon Cummings has 3. You've got 2 guys in Dunning Jr. and Cummings with at least 15 points in this first half, and Cummings is going to add to his total because he just drew a foul on his way to the basket.
I hope he's okay. He's kind of grimacing in pain. I know he had ankle problems earlier in the season. Let's hope he can walk it off.
And he is trying to walk it off. But
oh, stepped on a foot there. Yep. Well, good things he has those big ankle braces on. Might have saved him from a
there's his
brother
dad
looking on. His brother, Nelly, big-time guard during some of the best years of Capel era. And our colleague.
That's right. 3 seconds left in the first half. Cummings going to take these free throws, and then obviously if you're Jeff Capel, don't want to risk anything with him in the second half. I mean, this is a guy who not only brings a lot on the court, but beyond that, he's, again, one of 2 major contributors that returns from last year, him and Cameron Corrin. So you need him as a part of this Pitt team. 17 first half points. He will be replaced by Omari Witherspoon to end the half, and we hope that Brandon Cummings did not suffer any